What's up, everyone? I'm Sabre. Welcome to my combo contest, the second ever Project M combo contest. I'm joined by Wisely, Marshall, and Nez, who are going to be your judges today. And this is going to be a combo contest with 2 parts and $500 on the line. I think the last contest had a $150 prize pool, so we'll triple that right now, thanks to a couple of generous donors. And there's going to be 2 components to today's combo contest. First, we've got real-time clips. This is stuff that people in the community did in friendlies, in tournament, on net play, on LAN. It doesn't matter. Anything that happened over the last couple of months was eligible to be submitted. And then the 4 of us picked our 16 favorite clips, and we're going to have the chat vote on them in a single elimination bracket. The top clips from that are going to make $100. But that's just the warm-up. We've got some training mode combos. Think the Super Smash Con Smash 64 combo contest. Each player who entered is going to have 3 training mode style clips. They can be done, they can't be tasked. They could have been done with multiple people or by themselves, with items or not. Whatever they want to do, any publicly available version of the game. So not even necessarily current version of P+. We could go back to glitchy compatible versions. And those are going to be judged by the 4 of us. The highest overall scores from those 3 combos is going to be the winner of a prize pool that totals $400. So everyone who's entered in that is actually going to get paid out, with the winner taking home $160.
All right, let's pull up this bracket then.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
Let's go. So, are we just going to go in order? Are we going to go with Dead Blue versus Phoenix Wrong?
Yep, we're going to go in order. We're going to start with Dead Blue, formerly known as Blue Zone if you don't know about the tag change, up against Phoenix Wrong. And that's going to be the first round. So we're going to show the clip.
Right.
We're going to show both clips, and then we're just going to have the chat vote for like 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay, I'm pulling up the 2 clips. Do you want to explain how we got seeding here?
Sure. I seeded in about 30 seconds.
Nice.
In essence, I roughly ordered like so we all went through, each of the judges picked 4 clips of all the ones that were submitted. So we each picked 4. This isn't seeded in the order they not necessarily got picked, but it is I roughly ordered it by like how likely I think they are to do well and who are the biggest names. And I also made sure that people in the same region weren't like playing round 1 or round 2. So that's kind of how it's seeded. The seeding is not meant to be like 100% accurate. If you flame me for it, I do not care. But I did my best to make sure we weren't having like Blue Zone versus Kumatora round 1, for example.
Right. Yep. It's that, and we were not able, like, if every time we went through, one person just picked 4, and you weren't allowed to pick any of those 4. So most of us haven't even seen all of them. I think a lot of us were just like, oh, those ones were taken. I'm not even going to take a look.
Let's kick it off with a bang.
Kick it off with a bang? All right, let's just go with the first seed. Let's go higher seed and then and then the lower seed. That gives, I think, a little bit of an emphasis on, like, holy crap, that was sick. This is an upset.
Yeah, I want people to see what we're starting with. This is the bottom right now.
All right.
That fucking down air made me think of.
Oh, yeah.
That kept going.
See, that bear, everyone fares it.
Yeah.
And then you said,
that's still one of the best sheet clips in PM history. The bear is just mean.
I was going to point out the reverse hit nair.
Yeah.
The footstool to reverse nair off the stage into fair is super sick.
Down air made me
just everything about like any 2 seconds of this combo are insane. Like that dare up at the beginning is crazy.
It's so tight.
Yeah, it's just such a clean clip.
Yeah, the resource management when the transitions into the edge guard is really cool. Having that footstool and then recognizing you still have a jump that you can extend your combo.
Is there 2 reverse bears and a reverse nair in here?
Yes, there is.
And I like that the clip is.
Bear. I didn't know reverse bear could lead a footstool like that.
Yeah.
I think this is the only person that knows.
But, it definitely can be. It can be. Yeah, so this is the first seed.
Okay, cool. Let's watch the next one.
Yeah, let's see what Phoenix Wrong's got, because Phoenix Wrong is sick. They've made some really cool combos.
I think this is one that I chose. I think this is one of my choices.
Incredible tag.
Yep, and I'm gonna play each one with volume like the first couple times, and then turn the sound off while we're talking about him after.
Yeah.
Because I realized like halfway through, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be better. Okay. So we're looking at the NAS.
Yeah. Starting on two people at the same time, no big deal.
Yep.
Real casual about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not like one absurd string, but the fact that it literally feels like a true combo that hits two different people.
Yeah, they're just taking turns beating up both people.
Like that switch of the, all right, I magneted you away so I can down air the other one quick is really dope.
That
It gives off that vibe of like a 2v1 task where like Ness literally doesn't get touched throughout all of this, and it doesn't have like the speed of one maybe, but it does have like an impressive amount of just like avoidance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, is the Sonic a 0 to death? What percent does Sonic start at there?
That is Knuckles.
Knuckles.
You're right, that is Knuckles. I forget Knuckles is in this game.
Zero.
Okay.
There's a 0 death on Knuckles.
Yeah.
Target switch to 0 so you can kill her.
Mhm.
Then finish the.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah, to be fair,
it's
the Zero
really
Suit is just a two-piece, but it's really funny that it's like true halfway through it. Like, all right,
I mean-
Knuckles is too far away. Let me kill ZSS quick. All right, back to you. All right, we're gonna set the poll. We'll let each poll go for at least a minute, maybe 2 minutes. We'll decide.
Yeah, there's a couple things to talk about here. There's the fact that Blue Zone, we already have established they've already established their prowess in the in-game combo scene. They had impressive clips in the last combo contest that were entirely in person, like or net play clips that were just like available to him. And then there's also like the concept that we could talk about here, in which like people valuing different things in combos, and like that's very evident in such a drastic difference in the type of situation that was in both of those clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really like that we started it off versus just like, all right, here's a bunch of Sheik moves that I've never seen in that order or in that way versus like, oh, this isn't a true combo, but it's a really sick 2v1. I think there's a lot of stuff that's for everybody there. Dead Blue does move on. I have a feeling that if we had a loser's bracket, that Phoenix Wrong would be going far in it, though.
We don't know quite yet. There could be some bangers that we're.
Oh, I mean that's true. I haven't seen all of them. Oh, this one's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, this is two fan favorites right here. We got Comb versus your Gunshoe and 8 and 9 seed.
Yep, because it's the
PM side event king in Comb.
Mm-hmm.
And Brad's been ranked top 10 before, right?
Brad was ranked 9th on PM
Ninth.
2019.
Yeah, top 10 PM player. Sick as hell.
Yeah.
Mr. Brad Gunshoe.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. The fact that you said Lucario is swords for feet. Let's watch Combs combo here.
And we've got sword picks.
That's I like pizza. We shouted him out earlier, but shout him out one more time. Yeah, for the fans. For the fans. All right, so.
Ooh, double reverse bear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout
nice
out
and
to I
clean.
Like Pizza.
I will point out, this is Widow's
Shout him out
Quarters, a
earlier,
pretty
but
sizable
shout him out
tournament.
yeah, for the fans.
If you value that, I think that's
All right,
worth
so,
noting. But very clean. Wouldn't call it a B&B, but like,
Okay. Shout out to
4-piece
I
combo.
Like Pizza.
Also, Shrug is really good. Shrug is the #1 player in St. Louis right now.
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
fans.
Shrug is very good.
Ooh, wait, I love 1 second when it comes around again. I love using your opponent's bomb to get you out of end lag so that you can combo again.
Yeah.
Here, gets the grab release and immediately just dashes back off of it.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Okay, let's move on to the wrong Gunshoe clip.
Let's go.
Gunshoe's tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that.
Like I said, he plays every Friday.
Yes. Never mind. I was going to
Okay.
say something dumb.
I think we're all going to say dumb things, so that's okay. All right, let's see this.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
Wow.
I think
The tank combo.
the down air bounce Usually it's just like you get the second one, but the down air second bounce into the up tilt's really sick.
Yeah, I don't have particularly strong feelings about this one. To me, it feels like a really clean tank combo, but there's no individual part of it where I'm like, oh my god, that was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's really good, but there's nothing that's like, oh my god, I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, these are all like very very standard ways of using these moves. I think that the most impressive thing to me is one, being able to grab anyone with Toon Link, and then two, the fast fall on the second down air where he's like sort of floating and then he makes the decision to fast fall into the Diddy and sort of like coming at him at that angle. It's a little more difficult to sort of line up and get the spike hitbox when you're coming at a character from the side. And that fastball enabled it and also saved him from totally SDing, because a dare fastball like that will 100% take out a Toon Link stock.
Yeah, well.
And start poll.
I feel like this is going to be a close one.
I think so.
They're kind of very similar. The
It's
types
tight.
of tips they are.
Yeah.
Okay, it's at 2 minutes now. So Brad Rungunshu takes it. Oh my god, if I hit it.
Yeah.
Well,
That was
Okay. That moves on.
Mikoshi versus Shay.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of people were not expecting Mikoshi to be in this, or that high of a seed. I actually pointed out to Marshall because this was one of my first picks, and so some of you might not have even watched it because he was already picked.
Mhm.
And I was like, trust me, this guy is correct. Mikoshi's a Fox Ivy player from Connecticut, and this is a crazy clip.
I fell out of my chair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So Mikoshi versus Shay. We're going to do Mikoshi first.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Mhm.
Wait, I need to see that again.
Yeah.
Wait, buffer and stack. Like, actually.
It's so crazy.
It's
There's
just
just
so
so.
It's just so fast.
Wait,
Does that drill edge cancel? Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it
And
does.
then
Drill edge cancel into like soft hit up air. Or I guess
Yeah,
not
up
soft
air.
hit, but first hit.
Yeah, posting up there,
Wait,
and then just immediately reacting. Like, that was so clearly. It just seemed.
This looks like someone who's done this before.
Yeah,
Like,
it seemed planned or just an absurdly good reaction, if not. But
Mhm.
very impressive combo. You see that second drill getting as few hits as possible to confirm to the grab without allowing for SDI.
Yep.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah,
two different first hit up airs as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
The whole thing starts off a first hit up there as well.
Mhm.
And fully ready for that and reacting immediately.
Yeah.
is- Such a clean combo.
That's actually this is one of those that's like the more I watch it, the small the small details keep popping out. This is really sick. Yeah. And then Chicago Gannon.
Yep.
And great commentator. And does a bunch of stuff with Nexus. And I think runs the PM Nexus account. And yeah, super, super dope dude if you don't know him.
On student council, he's doing debate club. He's doing everything.
he's also just jacked.
All right, let's see this clip.
Oh, big jab.
Yeah.
Jay up through.
Ooh.
Jay
Oh,
never up through as well.
Gannon up throw on Fox, or on Spacies, is...
It's just that last TPS I was watching, Jay was sitting there just never up throwing a spacey.
I love that Nair.
I know that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Shay, notorious for his combos, I think would be the one to enable this kind of play,
Mhm.
and I think it's really good. A good tech chases all around, and he follows them for like 3 of them, which is also impressive on its own. It's a good combo.
Great movement. Definitely repped the slip tag well.
Yeah, the S Smash just definitely had that little bit of stank on it. You know,
Exactly. Like he could have ended that with anything, but I think F Smash is one of the cooler ways to end that,
Mhm.
given how much time he had after the nair.
I think this is. I think this is closer than I think some people might give it credit for, or like I would rank these like very very close in my personal idea.
No, I don't see. I am making the poll wrong. I don't see this being a huge. I'm hopefully nothing in round 1 is a crazy blowout, but
No, I mean, if the blue zone, first seed versus 16 was like, 70.
I think I see one that could be a blowout.
all right. Poll is up. We're going to 2 minutes. Like before, we have almost 60 people in chat, and so I've noticed how many votes we're getting. We're getting like 18 to 20 votes usually, which means there's a big chance you could still sway a lot of the decisions here.
Yeah, you definitely change the vote here.
Mhm.
There's only 20 votes, 5%.
This is
Project
okay. Now that
poll.
people are voting, my pick here is Mikoshi.
Yeah, my
But-
pick here is Mikoshi. Obviously, I mean, I talked him up quite a lot
Mhm.
because people know who he is. But I also think it's a very, very good Fox flip.
Yeah, I think
hard for me to be impressed by Fox flips because
I was gonna say I think it's hard for me to be impressed by Fox clips and by Ganon clips, and they both were just like, oh, there's some sick stuff here. Oh my god, it's within 2 votes.
yeah.
Ooh, tight battle.
Yeah, realize that because it is a little bit of a smaller chat, 57% to 42% is only a 3-vote swing right now.
That being said, it seems like things have kind of slowed down.
Mhm.
We'll wait for the 2-minute mark because this is close.
Yep.
And
And
yeah.
at 2 minutes, it goes to Mikoshi, but only by 2 votes.
A little bit
Yeah,
of a comeback there.
Only by 2 votes. That was close. All right, up next, we've got Kip, or previously Kipcom versus Pikmon.
Shout out, Kip.
Kip and pick.
So I cannot find Pikmon's clip. There we go. Turn the volume back on. Full screen. Ooh, okay. So we've got the Kip pit,
Yeah.
which I know has been like the play for him. So
We've been playing it for a while.
yeah.
Ooh, caught a jump.
Ooh. Oh wait, I saw this on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw this on Twitter. This was sick.
Yeah, that one's very clean.
Yeah, just taking
I
a jump and just
also-
abusing it.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about this combo is the fact that Soso replied to it on Twitter. It was like so many unnecessary hits.
Yeah, no, that was the funny. Sosa's like, yeah, you could have killed him so much earlier, and everyone's like, so that's not the point.
Yeah.
We know
think
you
this-
could have killed earlier.
This combo's so dirty. It goes way too long, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And seeing a character so helpless is just hilarious.
All right, Pikmon combo.
Okay.
Ooh, in bracket. Okay.
In
I don't-
bracket, last stock to complete a reverse 3-0 to make top 8. Does not get higher stakes than that.
Yeah, and say I don't know if I.
Oh my god! Wait, he's alive!
Pops out the one way, comes back. There we go.
Oh, it's crazy,
I love the early pop off.
I love it.
So yeah,
Okay.
obviously not seamless of a
Mhm.
combo. There is a little you get blue balled a little bit at the end of this. but-
Oh, I think you. Any combo that ends with just like. Oh wait, yeah, better grab ledge quick, I guess.
He went, oh shit, my bad.
It's a good dare. That's the most Game and Watch thing he's done with that character. Is that
The soft dare, yeah.
the soft dare to cover a fast faller with a bad recovery.
The soft dare is cool. Obviously, like the up air to F smash. I wish the ending was a little stronger.
Yeah, I wish, like, if Falcon died off the F smash, I think this is a way
And I-
stronger. Yeah, I think this one is probably going to be a bit of a blowout, but we'll see. That Kip combo is just so hard to compete with.
Yeah, that clip is crazy.
It's very, very good.
Mm-hmm. That is a phenomenal clip. I'd say that might be one of the best pit combos that the character has ever performed.
All right, Kip takes that pretty strongly.
Yeah, I think that is
Pretty
definitely
strong.
cool.
My.
Kip moves on to face Mikoshi. That is going to be
That's gonna be nuts. Hmm.
okay. Next one is we're going to see Kumatora, one of the best player in Massachusetts, against Marshall. Decidedly not the best player in the Pacific Northwest.
That's so mean.
Well, like I said,
Listen, you didn't have to do me like that.
To be fair,
I'm about to get blown out by Kumatora, right?
I didn't
To be
have
fair-
but I chose to.
Grands against Keist, that's a big deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think I saw this
believe
bet
she ended
line.
up winning this.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Not sure if it's strong enough to do that or not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, I think for the first time in 5 years,
Wait, is it still going?
this is the best Nest combo and it's not that stereo one. Which is something I never thought I'd say.
I think that
There, I need to like slow down that moment.
not sure if it's strong enough to do that.
That beginning is so crazy fast.
Yeah, what the
You know what clip is sick when it starts with someone coming down from the spawn platform and ends with them coming down from the spawn platform?
The seamless loop. Oh
Okay.
my god.
I
like
literally
it's
need
like
to put that
an
first
aerial
beginning
moonwalk.
section. Yeah, that beginning section I'm just going to like put into slow motion. I need to
Yeah,
figure out what
that's fine.
happened. I don't think there's a way. I think I'm just gonna have to like
much?
hold the thing. That okay, no matter what, it's sick. I can't tell what's going on there.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
don't need to feel it, so always in hit
All
stun.
right. So remember, turn the volume down on this one, and by down I mean
Turn the
off.
volume down.
Off.
Just off. Okay, we'll just start with it off.
There's a very loud scream at the end.
Okay.
It does scream in this one.
Ooh, DDD. I know you play DDD and Wolf, so I wasn't sure which one you were going to be.
No, he just plays.
Wolf
it
is very
now.
dead.
How long is it? Okay, anyways. That up tilt at the very end there, I'm like, that should not have hit. You like scooped him from the ground with up tilt nowhere near him. Here. Okay.
I got
That
big
one,
head
yeah.
for all my knowledge.
Caught the jump. That was just a good waddle in general.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good.
I love using the waddle extensions off stage.
Yeah, waddle into Jet Hammer will always be sick for me.
Mm.
Or at least the super
It's
like
never,
offstage
like,
Jet Hammers.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, it was fun being here.
yeah, I mean, no, like this one is just like it's not a bad combo. You made top 16, but
I
Yeah.
got the Phoenix wrong treatment.
Yeah, you did.
yeah.
You did.
We know where this is going.
Me and Comer just hanging out in the
Yeah.
All right, poll started.
Yeah, I think ways that
Oh
combo
no!
could be,
Oh
like-
No. You emotionally got you.
I voted for Kumatora.
I'd say at least
Oh, no.
get one.
Yeah. I had to make sure we didn't do. I mean, I do like that already, but I don't have to. It doesn't have to be 100-0,
Right. All right, let's see this. Ooh.
Oh, that was a very generous forward air.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. Classic.
I think he used this in the combo video.
I think he did.
I hope you
Like,
would.
This one is the movement. Like he's so
Yeah.
smooth out of that down tilt and then moving around the flat.
Mhm.
Just so it's just slick. It feels clean to watch.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Again,
Yeah,
there's some reverse hits like that.
Mhm.
Always a fan. You will always get bonus points for me for reverse hits.
Mhm.
Yep.
I thought this forward air after the up smash wave land on the right platform was gonna reverse hit by how far inside he was. Look at that.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure which way that was going to send him, but I
Mhm.
feel like he would have been able to cover that. Like he had so
No,
much
yeah.
after landing because he hit him with the weak part and he stayed so close.
hmm
He had everything covered. It was really clean.
Look at the APM in the bottom right because we have the
I
Oh, yeah.
love
the input.
Yeah, because his hands are moving. No. Sonic and Lucario combos. Ironic we have a Sonic next, but those are the two characters where it's kind of hard to know what the fuck is going on. They're just hitting a lot of buttons and suddenly you're dead.
Yep. They're the two characters that like if I'm on commentary, I switch from like, oh, I can talk about it to be like, I'm going to really focus on how much aura they have so I can at least kind of talk about what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Classic.
Let's see the Sonic. You said from where's Peanut from again?
Peanut is from Ontario, Canada.
Okay, Canada.
We've actually got 4 Canadians in this bracket, which is dope.
Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic. Ooh.
Whoa, okay.
Nice. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
It, again, one of those characters that it takes a lot for me to be hyped about some Sonic stuff. But the Dacus there.
I like the.
Wait,
not
was that
homing attack.
Dacus? I don't think it was.
It was a Gatling. Yeah, that was.
It was a Gatling.
combo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was.
I thought I went crazy for a second.
And he gets it not off a jab reset like a lot of people normally do with Sonic and Game & Watch and other characters. I think those, the ones that can Gatling. A lot of times it's like a jab reset, so you have this time to prepare, much like setting up double flash with Wolf. Instead, it's just a grounded meteor, so they get put into crumple and able to get the Gatling combo. Couple missed techs, so it's not like entirely just like coverage and stuff. But I think that using the burst homing attack, I forget what it's called. Blast attack, thank you. Yeah, using that's a creative move to get them out of that.
And it's a lot of timing mix-ups to make the techs hard too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a footstool right at the
I was
end.
about to point out, just if you didn't catch it, down at the end after that down air, he is footstooling Falcon in the bottom blast.
Wait, I need to see this.
The magnifying glass.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think it loses points for me for ending with the offstage down air. But maybe the footstool brings that back.
I'm definitely a little torn.
Yeah.
Spina just had
Are we allowed to vote?
I mean, Ryan voted.
I voted in a couple.
I only voted in the last one because I thought it was funny.
I voted for the Mikoshi one because I really wanted that one to win. In general, I'm probably not going to vote unless I have like a very strong voice.
Yeah, I'm refraining. I could already. I'm already an influencer. I could already manipulate the masses.
We can already talk about what parts we think are cool in really specific ways.
Trust that the gaslighting and brainwashing I'm doing onto your chat will emerge in the voting results.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Mickey on you. All right.
Yeah.
First hit or last hit?
Ooh, the up tilt.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I STI'd 8. You can watch my STI on, I think it's the down air. I STI'd in for my life, and it was not the right decision.
Also to note, it is a 0 to death.
It is a 0 to death.
I love that down air to reset where you are so that he can land on the plat and keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nail up tilt also very unusual starter for Meta Knight. Nail combos into some stuff. Up tilt is not usually one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's one of the few Meta Knight moves that you just don't see that often.
Yeah. Just the whole thing is very creative. It flows very well. It's a bunch of stuff where it's if you were to tell me that those Meta Knight moves were being used in that order, I'd be like, that doesn't sound like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Up tilt.
There's a lot of stuff in here that should not work. Down air, back air, up B also. It's just what the fuck.
Yeah, it just sounds like some crack shit.
And I meticulate is a word. I can vouch.
Lit.
Whoop. That was apparently the end of the combo. All right, here's Ivanch.
It's a pretty fast one.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh.
Just bodied.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Not one of the crazy extended ones we've been seeing, but starts at 0, ends at 72.
Yeah, just brutal.
Very, very close to having this combo get interrupted by the seed bomb.
Yeah, he had to space pretty well to not get not get clipped by that.
Uses so much of Lucario's, or not Lucario, of Mewtwo's kit here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super low flow teleport.
This is
one
and
of
the,
those
and
shows
the multiple, the different hits of up air, because up air can send at so many different angles. And really good understanding of when and where you can up air someone to get them to go the right direction. First setting him up and then setting him behind for the back air.
I love that float cancel bear into immediate teleport.
Yeah.
The only thing I can be critical about is that this is just a personal thing, but I always get a little jarred, a little peeved when I see combos start off of a reversal at the ledge. So that's
why?
Because it's every PM player's wet dream to just reversal people at the ledge over and over.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
I love hitting those. What are you talking about?
The PM community was raised on Mewtwo King narrative.
I was going to say, he says he can tell that every PM player is a Mute King fan.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I didn't know
This
that
one's-
would do it.
This one's so close. This one's so close.
Well, if
Wait, you saying we'll show all 3 from every entrant for part 2 counted?
No, I didn't know that would count.
Yeah, if you have a 1 or a 2 in there, it'll just count it.
Mm.
Words can hurt, Ryan. Okay.
If this is tied at 2 minutes, we'll let it go to
Yeah,
3.
this is,
Do I put a vote on it? It counts
right
against
now,
my
the margin of error
It's
is
2
literally-
votes.
Okay, cool. Now yeah.
It's 2 votes right now. If this is tied at 2 minutes, we'll go to 3 minutes. All right, we got Erg versus Fashump.
Yeah, the Battle of the Canadians.
I didn't know that Fashump was Canadian. Huh.
Yeah, Fashump is British Columbia, Vancouver.
I love that this clip title is "This Might Be the One,"
Yeah.
which tells you Erg was really trying to figure out which combo to submit.
Oh, Erg entered the first one of some crazy stuff. He's a combo fiend. Huge fan.
Oh.
Ooh, was not expecting that finisher there.
I
Yeah,
really
that's-
like this one.
The most unexpected ender.
Yeah. Like, Marshall and I like to roast Mario combos because Mario is very hard to be a character that
Mario
hasn't
has
been
no
cool.
sauce. For an
This-
Italian, it's very sad.
But this one does.
This has
is
sauce.
cool.
This has
is cool. That upbeat at the end is so sick.
I've never seen Upbeat kill off the side before.
I haven't
It's
seen
not a common thing.
killing
I've
at
seen it
all.
over once.
I've never.
Yeah.
I don't. You don't really see upbeat kill much at all outside
Yeah.
of like stage spiking.
Yeah, I would
in
say the
this
only
game.
real situation is like stage spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
Also, the fireball
beginning is-
extension there, very
yeah,
nice.
I like the fireball extension. The double reverse back air is good. There's a lot to like in here. It's very polished.
Does start from a grab like Mario
it
does, but
grab.
it's overall really good. I like the up tilt. I think most Marios would down tilt in this situation, and that up tilt really enabled. Really, it gave Rob the height that it needed to let this combo like actually fly.
And then we have Fashump on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Father Ooze.
Yeah, let's see. See what he's got for us today.
Oh, round start.
Yeah. I'll pull up there.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
not done yet.
Ooh.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Ending with down B is Fashump.
I mean,
There's
all
a,
cool DD clips ended down B.
That is his power move.
yeah.
Good weak back air there. Actually connected. He doesn't get that finisher without hitting weak back air instead of strong back air.
Yeah, if he
Right,
gets
I-
strong back air, it's just like, he gets the kill, but it's not as cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is setting a statement for the few more that he
I was
prefaced this
about to
game
point
with.
that out. I love that he says few more and then does this.
Oh,
This
in the
was
top
on
top
you.
left in the dolphin
Yeah.
chat, yeah.
I love that.
Are you prepared for what's going to happen to you in these 3 to 4 more games?
That nair, the super deep nair, I think is so clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Nair is just so good against every character.
Yeah, Nair puts in a lot of hits, son, and then it
Bam,
enables
right there.
a B extensions like this.
Yeah. This is Dead Blue.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a really good one. This is fire.
We'll let each one play a handful of times and then we'll move on.
Yeah. This one's just brutal.
That reverse nair is getting me every time.
Yeah, the reverse nair is so good. And
I
keeping it through the whole thing as well.
I hope Blue Zone hits something like this at You're So Mad. I would cry if I saw something like this live.
It'd be dope.
God, and that up air through plat.
Everything's just so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very, very clean.
All right, one more rotation, and then we're gonna move on. Bam.
And then let's see Rangachu again.
And this is Rangachu.
Final Fountain of Dreams, ditto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was just a really solid Toon Link combo.
Yeah, this one's really solid. I mean, both, like we said last round, that like this versus the Cone one were both like two really, they're very clean combos, but there's nothing that like was super mind blowing. I think this is a tough one for Ranganshu here, just because of what he's up against. Like, there's so many mind blowing things about the Dead Blue clip, but this does have a lot of great parts of what make Tink a cool character.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Polls live.
Yep. Sometimes it just doesn't go that way. It's looking like right now we're gonna about halfway through the poll. Just for the video watchers, we're going to up. We're going to down. It's about 8-14 right now. But
right. All right. Dead Blue takes it.
Okay. Dead Blue moves on to top 4.
And let me set up Mikoshi versus Kip.
Yeah, and this one, I think this
is going to be so close. This is going to be so close because they're also similarly like styled combos. All right, let's do Mikoshi. This is the super clean Fox combo. The edge cancel drill, the first hit up airs.
That one's just so good.
It's everything my brain wants to do when I play Fox.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is when I see this and I'm like, oh my god, Fox is so good. Fox is broken. And then I try to play Fox. I'm like, oh, I can't do any of that. This is so hard.
It's not Fox doing, like triple shot and you're like, oh, that, I can't do that. It's like you watch this clip and you're like, this looks really fun, and like I could do that if I played Fox. Like this seems so much fun, and then you play him and you're like, wait, I can't do any of it.
Yeah, I play him and I'm like, all right, full hop nair. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like two avenues of Fox showcase where like you could think of like the two sides of like Arika Nub's like the combo video where like there's the perfect dark side where it's a lot of like really technical Fox play that's like evident of like a lot of just solo grinding. And then there's stuff like this where it's just like using not so technical moves, but just using it in a way that it really just flows seamlessly from exchange to exchange is really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and let's watch Kip now, which was the unnecessary roughness pit combo.
Yeah, this is definitely a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, too many moves.
Sosa said, you could have ended this so much earlier.
I think if you get a player like Sosa say you could have ended this earlier, that's just more points.
Yeah, Sosa thinks that means it's a bad combo, but everyone else is like, yeah, that's sick. That's why we like it.
Sosa does not respond to much on Twitter, so this is just it's warranted something out of him if it's something to be said there.
Yeah, and this one also, I mean, like we were saying, these feel very similar in terms of the flow of the combo. They're very smooth. They have a lot of like weird hitboxes that require a lot of knowledge to use correctly and react to them coming out that way. So both really good. And Kip does a great job of like recognizing that he's got Falcon with no jump and he can just abuse him with all of these extra moves.
Yeah, not quite a true combo. Obviously, it is Falcon without a jump, but I think that the way that you achieve that is by the read that he makes on the up air. The up air that he used was not going to hit the Falcon if the Falcon did not jump into it.
Yeah,
as you can see right here. Yeah, and because of that,
for sure.
he gets rewarded immensely with the combo of his lifetime.
Okay, so it's looking like this is going to go pretty handily to Kip.
I thought this would be a lot closer. Okay.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be closer too.
I mean, the Kip combo is one of the best pit combos I've ever seen. It's not one of the best Fox combos I've ever seen, but like, I think you're also at that point comparing it to the like entire history of Melee Fox as well. Cool. Now we have Kumatora versus Try. Oh, this one. God, that little back forth moment at the beginning is still what gets me every time.
So clean.
It's like some instant transmission shit, right? Like you're like dancing around someone, just beating their ass, like going from the back to the front, just comboing him like some Dragon Ball shit.
Yeah, it's so fast and so fluid.
All right. And the Try combo. Oh, this one was so good. They're all so good. I can't just keep saying that.
Yeah, it's so hard to like talk through these because one, we have already talked about them, but two, they're all so clean.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is the part of the bracket where it gets really hard.
Yeah. I love that there's the input display on the bottom right as well because you
Yeah.
can see how fast he's moving.
Yeah, it doesn't like add points to the combo itself, but I think it really just showcases how much is going on.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Try taking this, by the way, with a pretty commanding lead.
Mhm.
I think I would have. Oh, this is so close. I was going to say I think I would have voted for Kumatora, but
I think
Tries
I
is so
would've-
good too.
Yeah, they're both really good, but I love the Kumatora one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is I would say I mean kind of an upset seating wise, but
Seating wise,
both
yeah.
combos.
I thought this was going to be
think-
real close. It still is. It's within 5, but
Yeah.
I think tries went super hard, and
Mhm.
I think we're all a little numb to Lucario. I think that if you showed this to anyone who's not as well ingrained in the PM community, they would wonder what the fuck is going on. That is the sickest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
it's either that
Yeah,
or
I
they
think-
just it goes over their heads and they're like, I don't know, Lucario hit him a bunch of times.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Bullshit. Huh?
It's definitely both of them are those combos where once the more you know about the game, the crazier it feels. All right. And then we got Teals versus Erg. I'm pulling both of them up right now. All right, let's see the Teals combo. There we go. God, there's so many good extensions in here. Instead of it just being like lots of up airs that you see from a lot of Meta Knights, there's an up air extension, there's a nair extension, the up tilt, the down air. Really making full use of the kit, which is cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, the only aerial you don't see used in this combo is Fair, which is, not normally the aerial that gets excluded in combos. Normally it's like Dare and Bear. But he made those work, he made Nair work. Just very, very creative combo following my DI.
Yeah. Like pretty much in every Smash game, a Meta Knight is expected to shower you with up airs.
Mhm.
This one, I think there's only like 2 in the actual combo. It's really creative.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Meta Knight and you think, oh, I'm just going to get up air, up air, up air, up air until they take me off the top. And yeah, it still goes off the top, but just not the way you're expecting.
Yeah, their goal is to stop you from landing, and I've never seen such a direct approach to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And then the Erg Mario combo.
Yeah, the up B off the side.
Yeah, again, I literally have never seen that move kill in that way. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
This is the first one that I don't think I would have an answer for. I think
I
I've
would
had,
literally
strong
be like
opinions
doing
on
a coin
everything
flip.
else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how people vote on this one.
Mhm.
Because they're both such subversions of what you expect from a combo out of Meta Knight and Mario.
Out of their characters. Yep.
I think if I were to like be critical of both combos, I think that the Meta Knight one might not look as flashy to some people, while the Mario one does start off a grab, and that's there's stuff to be said there. But I think overall, like these just like both of them have a huge wow factor to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, looking like Erg is going to take that pretty solidly.
Yeah.
7-5 right now, jeez. We'll wait for that to finish out, but that's going to give us a top 4 of Dead Blue, Kip, Try, and Erg. 3 of the 4 players are going to make money.
I'm pulling them all up right now. So
Yeah. We're going to do the winners semis, and then we're going to do the quote-unquote losers finals, the 2 losers of the semis matches, with the winner of that getting payout because I'm paying top 3. And then we'll do the finals between the 2 winners. So that's the order in which we're going to go. So, yeah, we're going to have Dead Blue versus Kip up first, Sheik and Pit.
we'll do 2 rotations of each one since we've seen them all already.
Oh,
I lost my mouse.
That's still so impressive.
These are all yeah.
This is
Because I'm gonna see this and be like, oh my god, this
God.
is so crazy.
This is a very difficult one for me to choose.
Yeah. We'll
I,
see that.
all right, I think that.
This is... Oh my god.
All right, let's get that vote up.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like chat has, at least so far, got a bit of a decision right here. It seems like Kip's got a solid lead.
Wow.
All right, Try versus Erg here.
Yeah.
Remember, we're watching 2 rotations of each combo, and then we're moving.
Yep.
Let's see.
Take it all in while you can.
It's just so much happening here. It's insane.
It's a lot.
All of the Aura's cancels or Aura
That
Sphere
was like
cancels.
a lot of what happened in Critical Hit too. Was a lot of like Try just moving around and showcasing movement in the combo is really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, Try's moving really good.
And 2 of Erg.
And I am going to point out here, Try, the only person left in this competition who is also entered in part 2. So
Ooh, you're right.
Right. You're so right.
Money in both components of the bracket.
Is there a world where Try sweeps?
There is. We just
There
got to see.
absolutely is a world where that.
Oh wait, that was 2.
Oh, yep, that was 2.
All right.
The winner of this means a lot. I think this is for $20 right here.
Okay, we're using this means a lot. Just followed up by it's $20.
I didn't think about the fact that
It's more than I've made winning some locals.
I think it's more than I've made in PM total. At least through gameplay.
Yeah, most of us don't play PM for the money unless you're Peter. So
Yeah, unless you're Peter.
All right, that was 2.
Yep, that's Blue Zone. Now let's move on to UG.
Or yep. Dead Blue, previously known as Blue Zone, and now Erg.
Oh, yeah.
Erg shaking and crying in the chat says, "Wait, who beat Blue Zone? Why am I fighting Blue?"
Yeah.
The top player gets upset in round 1.
That
No.
was me. I played Cake Assault for 33rd at a Rivals Major, and I was like,
Polls live, people. Go figure it out.
I love the way you beat Blue Zone. Oh, it was Kip. Blame Kip.
okay, we got a poll. Yeah, who's making $20? Let me see it, guys.
I
This is
expect
dead
this
even.
to be close. I expect this to be close.
Oh.
This is 50-50, 5-5 right now. This is we have not had a lot of close votes. I think the only real close ones have been like Mikoshi versus Che and a couple of others. This is going back and forth, dead even. Right now, okay, we got a little bit of a lead for Blue Zone, 8-6 though, literally 2 votes.
Yeah, 8-7.
One
Oh
vote.
my god.
This is so close. Okay, so far we had no voting. I can't see how many people have voted now. Oh wait, no.
It's 9 votes for Dead Blue, 7 for Erg. This is so close.
About halfway through the
Votes
poll.
away. We got a minute left. We've got 50 people in this chat, and 16 of them have voted. This could go so many different ways.
Oh, it's even. Oh, God.
Back even. Okay.
I'm just laughing at the Nick DeBack snippet.
Yeah, that's a way to type McDonald's money. I'm going to be honest.
Sometimes you're
I'm trying to, like-
just a little too far to the right, you know.
I think that's you. The hands were one more key to the left.
Yeah. Okay, we all lead again. Blue Zone up by 1 vote. 2.
By 2? Okay.
This is so close.
One.
I'm not voting. I'm not voting. I think I would give it to Dead Blue, but oh my god, it's so good.
This might end up at a tie.
Thing-
We're at 11-11. We've got like 15 seconds left.
Yep. If it ties, it's between the 4 of us.
Break this tie, chat.
I
I'm
believe
counting
I
on you.
Chat,
In
please.
2
Someone
seconds, please.
can do it.
I'm bad at making decisions.
11 and
Oh, God.
Oh, it actually tied. Okay.
11.
okay.
11.
So how there are two ways we can do this here. 1, they split it, or 2, we vote.
$10 each. I think we vote, and then if we also tie, then they split it.
Okay, after that.
Okay. I will. Let's see. Where's a pen?
Yeah. How do we want to do this? Do we want to talk to it, or do we just want to have each? Of
I think we just do it. If you
Thank
could
you.
hold up a, I don't have a way to hold up a piece of paper with me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Oh, let me grab my paper and my pencil.
Do I have
I mean,
literally?
wait,
Why don't I own paper?
Just hold up fingers, 1 and 2.
Okay.
I can't count, so I'm just gonna write the name.
1 for Dead Blue, 2 for Try.
Okay, I'll just write
It's
it.
Oh wait, no,
It's
2 for Erg.
It's alright.
Wrong combo. Wrong combo.
Yeah, Try is sitting in. Try is guaranteed money.
Yep.
Not worried.
All right. So that's 1 for Dead Blue and 2 for Erg. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
I cannot see Sam's camera because
That's a 1. That's a 1.
It's a 1. So 3 for Dead Blue. 1
3 for Dead Blue, 1 for Erg.
Okay, so Dead Blue is going to take it. Erg's going to be eliminated at 4th, Dead Blue at 3rd. Huge congratulations to Dead Blue for making top 3.
I thought for sure the 4 of us were going to split too. I would have bet money on us splitting that.
I was tempted to vote for Erg.
That was
just
a very
to split.
difficult decision. I could have gone either way. I was the lone one there.
I was not sure, and I didn't know, like, even if I wanted to force a tie, I didn't know which way I would have had to vote, because I didn't know which was going to win, and I don't know which one should have won. So that was super close. Congrats to Dead Blue. I'll be paying him out, but yeah, very, very good competition there.
Yep.
Literally went down to the wire.
All right, and the finale here, Kip
Try.
against Try. Again, 2 views of each, and then we move.
It's just. So
I've literally watched this like 8 times now and still think it's going to end earlier.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
There's 1 extra arrow that I'm just not expecting each time.
Yeah, that last arrow is so good. Because it doesn't feel like it's going to work. It just has the extra jump to keep going.
I cannot be critical of that combo. That guy is that guy got so raw.
Oh, they're both so good. One of the coolest Lucario combos I've ever seen.
It's a very clean combo.
This is wild.
This is top 2. Yeah,
The reverse up smash is still what's getting me.
Yeah, for me, it's the movement on that platform, the way you keep going. But there's so much.
God, it's so good.
Good opener.
The movement is so good.
It's so
Oh,
good.
good. We're tied again.
Are we? Of course we are.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
It's
boy.
just going up 1 and 1. Oh god.
It's just going up 1 and 1. Try the lead.
Okay. It tries up by 1,
And again,
2.
up by 2. And again, I want to point out, Try the only person here actually guaranteed at this point to win money off both parts, because everyone in part 2 is making money. But he could sweep if he wins this. This could be the first step.
Will Try become the new side event king?
Really, really.
7 and 9, 8 to 9.
Oh,
bring it
God.
back.
I'm so scared. Yeah, I'm so scared this is going to tie because I don't know what I'm voting
To
for.
make it a tie.
No shot.
I mean, chat loves making things tied.
They really do. But, like, that was so many in a row for Kip. And now he's just holding the lead with 1 vote.
It's a 1 vote difference. There's 48 people in chat and only 19 have voted. So
Yeah, there's so much potential for this to swing either way. And I've got to back to dead even, 10 to 10.
Oh my God. We finished at 11-11 on the 3rd place combo, so it might have it. Oh, Kip hitting 12 though. That might be able to clinch it out. There's only about 45 seconds left on this poll. Oh, 12-11.
Try
home stretch.
it's so
Dude,
close.
This is crazy.
This is so stressful.
It's
Okay,
crazy.
2 vote lead for Kip. We got about 20 seconds left.
That could be damning. That could be
That
the
might be,
off.
yeah, but we'll see. Try needs 2 more to keep this a tie.
Oh my God. Oh, it's 13-12.
1 away. Okay, let's see.
Everyone wants their influence. They want to vote for the
Oh
winning
my
one.
God.
Oh god, is this gonna be it?
14-12,
That has to be it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh,
He's done it.
Congratulations to Kip winning part 1 of the combo contest with an absurd hit combo. incredibly close top 4 though.
Congrats to Kip.
Tie and then almost a tie after that.
I mean, congrats to both of them. Congrats to Kip. One of the coolest pit combos I think any of us have ever seen, but I can literally say the same thing about Tries Lucario. Oh my god.
Just a preview, we've got 4 awesome competitors for part 2, which is the training mode combos. It's kind of the classic, what this contest was originally meant to be.
I'm so glad we did this. It's basically choreographed combos for one section and impromptu bracket or gameplay combos for the other.
Yeah, I think that was a better way to set it up. Yeah, I'm glad I made that decision. So yeah, each of these competitors is going to have 3 clips apiece. And then the 4 of us will rate them. So as you know, the chat's involvement is kind of done. You guys can cheer for people, but it's going to be the 4 of us are going to be rating combos from 1 to 10. And then the total score between the 3 combos and the 4 judges could be anywhere from like 12 to 120. And whoever has the highest total score is going to be the winner. We've got Comb, who is, of course, the winner of the original Sabres combo contest with a perfect score across 3 straight combos. So we're going to see if he can drop a point this time. Although the bar is going to be higher, we know what he's capable of, and we're not comparing against real combos anymore. So
yeah, we're going to be a little bit more careful on these. We're going to start off lower so that we don't have last time where we're like, well, we gave things 8s and 9s already.
Yeah. And then we also have the 2nd and 4th place finishers from the original combo contest, which is Shikaka 3 and his gang of misfits. Who's let me see, he sent me a list of everyone who's involved with one of the 3.
Okay.
It's Shikaka, Jesse, Mr. Insane Rogue Muffin Goat AI, the 3rd Esquire. His name has gotten longer.
It was already long.
I know, and then These Spicy Potatoes also in one of them.
Okay.
So that's their gang. They got 2nd last time with some crazy glitches. Try got 4th last time, and then a new addition to the competitors is Punk, who I tweeted earlier. I've never had someone send me a combo and say, "Hey, do you think we need to warn people because this might give people a stroke?" So I'm very excited for this. I think I'm the only person who's seen all of these. I only watched them. I watched them once to make sure they fit into like the streamables correctly. Okay. But I did my best to make sure that I'm like as surprised as possible, with the exception of
the one that you had to tone down for seizure reasons. Oh,
no,
okay.
That one too, but also Shikaka sent me. It fit into 5 different Discord messages. The explanations, because similar to last time, there is some shit that will not make sense if I did not have an explanation.
Shoutouts to Shikaka for posting a video yesterday on their channel explaining the Bowser glitch from last time, which I realized went live because my video of last year's combo contest started getting a bump in views from people seeing that and then going to check the full thing out.
Yeah, so we're gonna kick it off. The first 2 rounds we're gonna go alphabetically, and then the 3rd round, because it's the final one, we're gonna actually go in order of least to most points so far.
Okay.
So that it kind of builds the hype. But we're starting alphabetically, which means we're starting with the winner from last time. We're gonna kick it off with a comb combo.
All right, there we go. Wisely, you're so bald. Yeah, it's true. It's so cool.
He is bald.
I'm so bald.
Oh, we're already using this game and watch skin. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, good golly gosh. This is the worst one.
Yeah, this is one that just hurts my eyes.
God, look at the save states in the left corner already. Oh my god.
There's so many.
Okay.
So this is the only one that uses some version of depth, and it's from the sub. I think it's like based on the subspace version of him.
Weird. All right. Okay.
Gotta love pitfalls. Nice RNG.
Gets the bucket?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, great bacon.
Again.
Oh, and that's crumple. That's real. That's a real hit. Yep.
Wait, what?
That is.
That's crazy. What?
So the save states are so that they knew that they could get the bucket.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Gatling, cancel it again with the bacon, and then you have the up throw up beat.
Yeah, that was all true after.
That was really creative. And I love I really like the first setup with the 2, and then as soon as he comes out of it, he gets pitfalled. Because it's such a good way to leave him in stun for a really long time while you go get that bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I like Game & Watch combos that start with hammer instead of ending with hammer are pretty, like, I like that as well.
Yeah.
God, the save states in order to get the 2 and then the 9.
It only
into
Okay,
the-
saved
so
the
only the
two.
2 is prepped, so that means that he just had to keep doing this until he got the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
So it required some repetition there.
So-
yeah, really good combo.
So the thing about Game & Watch hammer is I don't believe that it like when we say it's prepped, it still is dependent. Like it still has RNG. So like whatever frame you press side B on, it'll do like a different number of the ones you have prepped. So the most he could have prepped that is like a 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not totally guaranteed, which means he still could have
Yeah.
farmed it a little bit.
And points out that bacon is RNG, the trajectory.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is
There's a lot of stuff. That means that he may have done this exact combo correctly a bunch before getting the final clip.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you were, Sabre, you were going to kick us off.
Yeah. So I think this combo is really clean. I think it's super creative the way he uses the pitfall to keep him there. Obviously makes use of the stage hazard as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think including multiple levels of RNG between the hammers and then the bacon angle also makes it more impressive. I think it is less flashy than the combos we saw last time. I think it's a little bit more straightforward, especially the ending. It's kind of like, he did all the stuff at the beginning, and then after the Gatling, it's kind of like, okay, up throw up B because I need something to confirm into this.
Yeah.
B. I think that could have been a little bit flashier,
Mhm.
but obviously it's still crazy.
Yeah.
I
The
think-
setup and the RNG is the crazy thing here, not as much
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
actual
not the-
combo.
Yeah, it's not kind of the bam, 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 100 things happening at once that we saw last time, which doesn't mean it's bad by any means. I want to reiterate, but I think just to set a baseline here, I think I'm going to give this an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 for now, and then kind of depending on what you guys think, maybe I'll move it up or down.
Okay.
I could go next. Oh shit.
I looked for paper during our brief intermission. Apparently, I just don't own paper anymore.
I just don't
I
have
just
paper.
work from home and everything's online.
I have leftover index cards. I graduated last year. It's not.
Yeah.
Stack of notes next to me.
Okay, so good combo. Obviously, I think that a lot of it is really well planned out. Obviously, using save states to get the lasers is really cool. Pitfall's always nice and one of very unique to PM and future or Brawl and future Smash games, only available in those games. I think that because that we aren't including the old combos into this new category, I could afford to put this lower. Last time, if you were doing anything like this, it would pretty much guarantee you a 10. But because of that, I'm able to move down a couple notches, just I could expect more, and I don't think this was at the standard that the best combos from last competition was. Granted, still fucking amazing. I'm gonna give this an 8 because it's still fire. I'm also have Game & Watch bias, so it looks pretty cool. Good work, Comb. Keep it up. I can see you in the future rocking the 2D mans a little bit more.
I like how you drew the little bars around it.
Yeah. There's a little guy with a hammer right there too.
No, I agree with all of that. I don't have a whole lot to add. I think the stuff that we saw from a lot of people last year was a little bit of a step above, despite how sick this was. I'm going to give myself some buffer room, so I'm going to go with a 7 here.
Okay.
I'm definitely on the lower end here. I gave it a 6.5. I was kind of underwhelmed.
I don't think
think-
we do
Yeah,
halves.
I'm
We're
not
not-
doing fractions.
We're not
We're
doing
not doing
halves.
No halves. All right, let's give it a straight 6 then.
Ooh,
I can't
okay.
count.
I think I've seen what Comb can do, and this, the only thing that makes this so spectacular to me is just those RNG moments.
Mm.
And I think without that, it would be not too impressive. It's still great.
It's still really good, but
I would not hit this because I do not have the patience to go for something like this. But I think from what I've seen before and what I feel like I'm gonna see later,
Mhm.
I think this is on the lower end of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I agree with that. I'm going to move. I was in between an 8 and a 7. I think I'm going to move down to a 7 to give myself more buffer room because I expect things to get better as we go. This is the first flip, and they chose the order in which they get shown. So I think we can expect that be the weakest.
I think this is the appetizer.
So that gets Tom a 28 out of a potential 40 points. Still great, but like we said, we're trying to raise the bar this time because we know what to expect.
Cool. Since we're doing alphabetical order, up next is Punk.
Yep.
Hey.
Punk, who I know plays Yoshi in Melee. I actually don't know if they play Yoshi in P+ as well, but I'm seeing a Kirby on the screen though.
We are looking at a Kirby, yeah.
Oh, sick.
Good day for Jake, let me tell you.
Getting blessed up today. Know your audience, viewers. Ooh. I love timer combos.
I'm waiting for the... Whoa, what was that?
Ooh, that was grounded down B. The new...
Oh, it was grounded down B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Let's see it again.
I love how low that hammer. I actually think that's really cool. That's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
Oh, it was grounded down B, but just like immediately starts.
Yeah. And I do want to point, I actually remember when they sent me this one, I did slow it down and go frame by frame. That laser at the end doesn't hit. Because I was curious.
It does not. Okay.
It does not.
Yeah. I was looking at it and it's way too slow.
It's just, they're falling, they're going to do a move.
Cool.
But still very good combo. I love me a timer combo. I think it's one of my favorite items. It just allows you to do so much.
I think
my favorite item too. It's sick.
For me, the first half of this is standout compared to the second half.
I think Punk got a little fucked by... So, interesting thing to note is that computers still do SDI when they're getting comboed when they're set to stop. And this forward air kills, like... It looks so, like, disheartening the way that this forward air kills. Because one of the forward airs gets SDI'd so far to the left using the PM computer's task SDI fucking levels. You could see it like happen right here. He goes flying to the left, and so it kills a little bit later and a little bit slower. So the fair is not as satisfying as a finisher.
I would love
still
to
a sick combo.
Or something there. Clearly, reverse bear is pretty generous on that hitbox. Yeah, this is really solid, but it does kind of feel like it's a Kirby. There's nothing in it that's not a Kirby combo that's made more lenient and allows you to do a few more things that you couldn't do in real time. But it is primarily just a Kirby combo. You have the down B to up tilt. You've got back air. I like the tipman up air, but there's nothing about it that kind of is mind blowing. It's a good combo. Yeah,
I think I'm ready to give my score. I don't know if you guys are.
Yeah, I've settled on mine too.
I think I'm gonna give this a 4.
Okay.
I think if the whole combo was like the first part, it might be like a 7. But there's just a couple of things that I really wanted to see pay off that didn't. So
yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I think swallowing Wolf and then having that not get used, it almost would have been better off if he didn't swallow him because that gave us an expectation.
Yeah. No, that was literally the Chekhov's gun that I was talking about.
It does bring him up to the platform, which is like something that up tilt doesn't do at 0.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I could go. I gave one of the higher scores for the last one. I'm very willing to start handing out 10s for a lot of these if they're really good. I think this was still pretty cool. Not really, doesn't really have like too much of the wow factor, and it's sort of missing that really strong hit at the end, the finisher that we all like really want. Like Combs obviously had the bucket, and that's a really strong one. There were like spikes in last year's event. I still think it's pretty good. I think that relative to the scale of my last one, I'm giving this one a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave an 8 to the last one. I think that makes sense.
Yep. I think it's the same differential.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I'm going to give it a 5 for kind of the same logic. And I do want to point out, Punk is saying in the chat that both the 2 times they did manage to get everything else for the combo, they tried to do the horizontal up B and clip in with that, and just laser came out instead. I do think that would have brought it up quite a bit. I think having that.
That would have at least been like a 4 to a 5 for me. Depends on how like satisfying the end would have been.
Punk self-reporting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is rough because I think that would have helped a lot. But still a cool combo. So you've got a 6 to 5 and a 4 right now. I'm not sure what you got.
I gave it a 3.
Ooh. Okay.
We're coming into this. We're expecting crazy things that show off all the wild stuff you can do with items, slowing the game down, and it's just a timer. It's a timer combo. It's a good combo, but it feels more like something that would have happened in a friendly and you would have put in the first section. It almost feels like it doesn't belong in this section of the contest.
Okay.
I can see that. I
Yeah,
I could see a timer combo exactly like that happening in one of my Iron Mans.
Yeah. We've had combos like that. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, it's a good timer combo, but I think you're right. It's kind of it doesn't have a lot of components. There's not as many things happening as we like to see in combos like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's going to be 18 points for Punk.
Okay.
Let's move on to Try's first submission.
And Try
Ooh,
got
I love this stage.
Try got second last time.
Try got 4th last time.
4th.
Last time it was home. She and company. XYK.
Oh, right. Yeah.
XYK wanted to enter this one, didn't quite have enough time to get all those clips.
XYK just started a new job, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he's been very busy. He's just doing this as a head start for next time, basically, but wasn't able to enter.
All right, let's see this.
Yeah.
Try, who did just win.
Get second.
Oh, right, yes, just got second at the... There's so much stuff happening. Try, who just did get second in the first bracket.
I love this stage. Oh, that's all.
Oh my god, the bumper?
We didn't see the setup. Oh my god.
What? I forgot about that one.
And recovers.
That was so
I
unnecessary.
forgot about this one.
Oh,
Gets the grab on the moving box.
that's so badass.
Yeah. I wanted one of my only.
All right, I'm
complaints
muting
about
it, but we're still watching.
One of my only complaints about the first combo contest was there wasn't enough bumper, because I think that is the item with the coolest potential for combos in the game. I actually tried to lab some stuff out, and then I remembered that I don't like labbing. But I'm so glad that he took advantage of it like this. This is such a cool way to do it.
Bumper on the moving box.
And building directly on and calling back to Combs' winning combo last time too. Like we saw the tricks with standing on the rolling crate, using the bumpers. You can see like they're taking tricks from each other, and this is such a stylish way to do it.
I love that he recovers too. That's like the smallest little.
It's like just the smallest little flex.
But this is just beautiful. I think this is like it's taking restraint for me to give this a 9.
I'm thinking, but I mean, we can all agree last year this would have been straight 10s.
This would have been a 10. If we hadn't raised the bar, this would have been a straight 10, and no question.
Oh, we talked beforehand, like before even the stream, like we're making this harder this year, right? Yeah, okay.
We definitely are, and this is still getting a 9 on round 1 from me. This is crazy. Yeah, this I can't give this lower than a 9.
It's got the cool items, but also like the Lucario tech is actually crazy in here too.
The angles on the up B too, like those are precise, and hitting him with the command grab, like there's so many things. And he did 69%.
Holy wait.
Yeah, this is, I mean, just everything you could ask for in a training mode combo, honestly.
This is a showman's combo. They use the aura to make sure that it spiked the idle computer, so the idle computer couldn't meteor cancel. And also just recovering is also just showboating. It's so sick. I love everything. This is what it was.
This combo would have been good without the recovery, but the fact that you're like, no, I can still make it back is like, all right, you're sick. You're sick.
Some Harlem Globetrotter ass combo. Like,
all right, Sabre, you said you gave this a 9.
I give this a 9.
Okay,
is dropping a 9?
You're also dropping a 9.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with 9 as well. I'm wavering on 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I'm so scared to start giving things to 10 round 1. that's literally it. It's not even a knock against you.
I did not give this a 10, but yeah, I'm going to for now because I think it's going to get harder.
Yeah, I'm almost 9 on this. I mean, this is just so crazy.
Yeah, so Try right now taking a lead, up 8 points from Combe, who's in second with 36 points out of 40. Okay, so then we're gonna have the last combo is gonna be from. Let me read out the names again.
It's Shikaka and company.
Shikaka 3. I've in the score document they're just She and company, but to give them all credit is Shikaka 3, who is actually gonna be controlling 2 characters. I'll tell you who afterwards. Jesse and Mr. Insane Rogue Muffin Goat AI the Third Esquire.
Okay.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
Esquire is that's part of his life. Yeah.
This is the only time we're reading all of your names out because it will take half the stream otherwise.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see this. I'm already seeing 4 characters. They did.
Yeah.
If it's like
Shikaka is playing 2.
Okay. If it's like last time, it was all like team combos, which were cool, and several had glitches. So I'm keeping an eye out. Funny Hood. Was that still in?
Ooh.
Oh, the edge.
Yeah.
Wait, how do they all have infinite?
Okay, wait. Let me explain because I'm actually proud of the fact that I knew this one without him explaining. Also, yes, look at the Ivy's percents. Okay, so let me explain. A couple components here. One, they changed. So Ivy's Final Smash, I forgot the word, used to work differently in Project M, and then they changed it in I think 2.0 P+. Now it heals like 60%, and it gives Ivy 3. No, now it gives you unlimited beams for like 20 seconds. Prior to that, it just gave you, once you activated it, then you can have it for like a set amount of time. So back then you had 3 solar beam charges, but you had used the Final Smash because that's what healed you and gave you the solar beam charges. So now someone else can get a smash roll because you can only have one person with smash attack at a time. That's how they all have smash attacks. That's not supposed to happen. You will never see that in a normal game. So that's how they set this up. They had to do this in an earlier version of P+. I think they used 1.05. But aside from that, everything in here is legitimate. They just set everything up well, and then they did just manipulate the RNG to make sure they got Entei for the Pokeball. But they would have gotten that eventually.
I did not understand your explanation for why they all have Final Smashes, but I will just trust you.
I want to say that the Final Smash part, this is fucking crazy. That first part is a very good team combo.
Yeah.
Like every part of this is phenomenal.
It was great before the like over stylized Michael Bay movie final ending, but this still had like some really cool the dash grab stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is so good.
I think,
and obviously I love the Ivy stuff. It's using the different versions and the way they changed the Final Smash and knowing that they could pull this off.
Guys, I know what I just said. I think I'm about to break what I can't in good faith give the last one a 9 and not give this a 10. Which means we should have gone even lower for the first ones.
I mean, it's like this one is one of those ones where I'm like, I have no notes. I have nothing to say other than this is just godlike. I do want to point out, because I'm seeing people kind of be confused, is for this was true for the last combo contest as well, is that you are able to manipulate RNG as long as you're not
as long as it could have been possible. Yeah.
This is I gave permission to people in both contests to manipulate RNG. In this case, to give them a Pokeball that was Entei, so that they didn't have to do this hundreds of times until they got the Entei. But this is all theoretically doable. So that's the line that I draw between it cannot be tasked, but you can make it so things are consistent if they would be unreliable before.
Yeah.
We don't want people pulling like a bunch of stitches in one combo. Like,
Yeah,
Still
RNG to a
reasonable.
point for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I am ready. I give this a 10.
Wisely's giving it a 10. I'm torn between 9 and 10 because, like, I mean, this is.
I'm gonna have to be even harder in round 2, but yeah, I'm giving this a 10.
I think I'm going to give this a 9 for now because it's really good, but so is the try one. Like, to me, these are both. They're both amazing. They both make me really happy. It's exactly what I wanted out of this contest.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen the one that's making me like fall out of my chair yet. And I think I have to hold the 10 for that because I know that these are the worst splits. I know there's more coming.
I would have fallen out of my chair for both of them, so you're fine.
That's fair. Marshall and Jake, what are you thinking?
Marshall, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. Also, I think it's really sick. It's really funny to just see them blasting back and forth, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know there's more coming, and I know that they can do more.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna pull some wacky glitch out again, and I'm just gonna be confused.
Yep.
And just
we'll
give it a
get
10 and move on.
We'll get there.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right, I love She. I think their humor lines up perfectly with mine. Like just fucking the taunt, the debug taunt to set the percents to 47, 69, 420 is hilarious. And then just she was the Ivysaurs.
She was Ike and Sopo.
Okay.
And then the other two ladies.
And so she jumping up into the solar beams to kill themselves at the very end is hilarious. I do think, despite all that, I think I like the try combo a little bit more. I think it's
Okay.
While it does have multiple people and the team's combo is really cool, I do think it makes it a little bit easier outside of like obviously going through the effort of RNG and like going through the effort of setting that up with the smash balls and everything. Mm-hmm. I do think Try's combo is a little bit more technical and difficult, which is
I agree.
I think it's understated. I think it's really cool. I'm giving this one an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Tries you had to do more on the controller. Yeah,
definitely. And so that actually gives us a dead tie at the end of round 1.
Ooh.
We have Try and Shikaka and company both at 36 out of potential 40 points. And then we've got Cone with 28 and Punk with 8.
Sick.
So that's where we stand at the end of round 1. We still have 2 more rounds to go.
Mm-hmm. We're going to go alphabetical again for round 2, and then round 3 is when we're going from lowest score to highest.
Yeah. So, yep, we're going to start again with Comb.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like a kid at a candy store seeing these combos.
I know. I'm so... This stuff
sick.
makes me so happy. I'm so glad that people are willing to put time in and make these combos. This is so cool to watch.
420, a classic now.
I don't know. I feel like 420 is biting off of the last combo now. No. All right, let's see.
I love this stage.
Oh, wait.
Show me a
we need
Chimera.
sound. We need sound. There we go.
We need sound, yeah. Okay, he's giving himself more time. I think just to set more things up without them despawning.
This also could be to manipulate the Chimera.
Yeah, and so he's locked himself into that taunt, which is a one-hit KO. And now he's controlling the nest to set up other things.
This is all without being able to see.
Yes.
So the setup is actually very hard in here.
It's going to be very impressive here. And now he's back to take control of the Lucas.
Ooh.
No way.
It was so sick.
That was so good. And then,
no way.
I want to point out one, that one-hit KO is meant to be laggy. The only reason he can act afterwards is because he's breaking the bridge, and he's barely standing on the edge of it.
It's basically the equivalent of edge canceling your taunt kill.
Yes, and you can see he pushes him a little further with the nest. And then he's setting this all up with not being able to see at all. He's got he immediately cancels the knockback from that with Windbox. Does it again with the Mr. Saturn. Like the precision
that's
here.
so sick. Oh yeah, that's so dope. And then he gets the taunt again.
Yeah,
gets the taunt again, and the Chimera kills him too, which I think actually adds to it.
I think
which taunt is that? I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's a hidden
Easter egg
taunt.
such a zoomer. It's a taunt combo. You have to do like a specific set of inputs. It's an animation that, as you saw, it goes for about 3 seconds, and then it insta kills anyone within like half the space.
It's not 3 seconds. It's like 30 seconds.
That was long as
Well,
shit.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
it is. This is like an old Easter egg that is, it's been around for so long that people kind of, forgot.
Mhm.
People like Marshall.
I mean, clearly you've never seen it because people don't talk about it as much. But
I can't believe you called him a fucking zoomer. That's so funny.
am I wrong?
That's so fire. I love that he put on the
That's
Chimera
so-
suit going into this.
Yeah, that too. The suit. This is so good. I think. I mean, I said in round 1, I'm putting low because I know what we can expect from him, and this is
there's the bomb. Okay, I was trying to figure that out.
There's the bomb.
This is so sick.
This is really, really good. I think this is a 9 for me. It's still like, it's not quite. Again, I think it's on the same par as Try and She's First Ones. I think it's really, really good. Just because I'm setting the bar so high for that 10, I don't think it's quite right there, but it's very close. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Scripting this is so creative.
It takes. I'm so impressed with the people who can like think through like this type of stuff and then be like, I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, I could not ever theorize this. Not once.
Oh my god.
Another 420.
Yeah, Lucas took 100 damage from the bite, so it ended up at 420 again.
Mm.
Or
420 damage total.
Yeah.
Like, accrued over
there. So something that Jake brought up was in the last one, you really appreciated that Try. It was like mechanically difficult to do the combo.
Mm-hmm.
And in a weird way, I think this one hits that, just not as much in the combo itself, but the fact that like the setup has to be done with like, all right, so I know if I roll here, you'll always move this, but like to get the mines and the bombs and everything in the right spot without actually being able to see them is absurd.
Well, yeah, and then even within the combo itself, like hitting the the win box, but also the Mr. Saturn and like in the barrier into the bomb, like he's hitting off of a character that's moving very, very quickly at that point.
Oh yeah.
And so you need to put those moves in those items in the exact right spot for it to send where he needs to. So that's incredibly precise right there.
All right. I'm ready to give my score. I think if this was the last round again, would have given it a 10. But I'm going to give this a 9. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. Okay.
Yeah, the scoring for this, again, we've said it several times. These would have all been 10s. These would have been 40s across the board last contest, and we've raised the bar because of how absurdly good some of the combos we saw were and how good these are.
And then they've leveled them up even more from last time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so impressive. The fact they're not getting perfect scores is, if anything, a compliment to like how high
what we expect. Yeah. So that's 2 9s.
I could go next. Love it a lot. Everything about this is so creative. I love creative scripting when it comes into these kinds of combos. Top of that, thematics were there. It was a Lucas and a Chimera suit comboing Ness on their stage while Chimera does the final hit or the final hit onto Lucas. It was just all beautiful, all of that, and I'm dropping the 10 on this one. I'm dropping
the 10. All right.
I was really close to it. I totally see it.
Dropping the 10. Can't wait to drop more.
I think that's valid.
We do got to keep things moving. So we can't talk for like 20 minutes after each combo anymore.
9. I love it. It was funny. The dance was the perfect way to kill all that time. I love it. You just zoomed it in for us too, so we just got to see nothing but the dance.
Mm-hmm.
Just loved it.
Okay.
2 9s and a 10, or 3 9s and a 10.
Yeah. 3 9s and a 10. Highest rated combo so far by 1 point. Let's move on to Punk.
All right. This is Punk, the newcomer.
Yep. See a Stitch.
I hope we see. Yes, that's what I wanted.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, I really like that. That was really creative.
I love this. I love this move, dude.
The grab looks so stupid each time.
And I love the way, like moving backwards to recatch the stitch afterwards.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Because you get pushed backwards by the downbeat just the right amount.
And I think that's like the slide off of the ledge. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I think it's just like a wave dash off.
Yeah.
It's a very clean waveland.
Yeah.
And then catching the fairy at the bottom, obviously beautiful.
This is really good.
This is great. I think I'm gonna give this one an 8. Yeah, I think this is an 8 for me. I think this is it's really good. This is kind of exactly what we were looking for.
I think this is like one of my favorite out of like the stuff we've seen without like crazy item setup beyond the stitch.
Yeah, just you spawned a stitch, but aside from that, this is all you, and it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying watching Punk try and reach as much of a like peak, like it's like minimalist peak, right? It's like some of the cooler stuff that you could do without like having all this hodgepodge of brawl stuff being thrown in there, you know?
Well, Punk said earlier in chat that he was trying to use moves that were added to P+. So that's why we got the grounded down B with Kirby before, and that's why we got the grab here. So I wonder if the next one is also going to have a new move.
I'm going to give this one a 6, by the way.
Okay.
I'm going to give this one a 7. Same reasoning as everybody else. I think it was super sick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give this a 6. It's super clean. It's just training mode. I'm here for the crazy wild shit. Very clean. And like this is sick. I want to see some wild stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Liked it about just as much as the Kirby one. It was great.
Yeah.
I liked it a little more.
I liked it more.
It had that strong ending.
Oh no, this is better than the Kirby one for me for sure. Ending was better. I think even like the middle setup part was better. So
movement.
Let's move on to try.
What was the score there? Added together.
6, 6, 7, 8, 15.
Yeah, 6, 6, 7, 8, 27 points.
Okay, cool.
Quick maths.
I don't do math in my head. That's okay.
So we've got, I think it's the subspace stage with Metroid in the background.
And say people are guessing. It's either
With
Charizard Thunder Punch or it's going to be like the DK down B.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, let's see here. We don't. It looks like we're not seeing the setup.
Oh, footstool. Oh, I knew it.
I love that setup.
Whoa!
Oh, I love spring.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Using
blood this contest.
I love
Holy
trying.
shit.
Using the spring on yourself. I thought 100% Samus was getting thrown into the spring or something. Using the spring on yourself to follow up is so cool.
I saw every time Try like did some like prep for something, I was like, oh, please do this. And then he did it. It was so cool.
The momentum after the spring is so nuts.
So it looked like it was an upbeat into the spring and then immediately upbeat again.
I couldn't tell what move it was. Love the footstool. Everything, even that first part without all the items is like some.
Like that is, I've theory crafted that combo, that first hit down footstool stuff, and it is hard to do. That is not easy, and that is coming from me. I think this is my first 10. It's difficult, it's creative, it's using cool items that I already like in ways that I never would have expected. He brings them all the way around the stage. I love, it's comboing Samus on the stage with Ridley in the background. It's so creative. I think this has to be my 10.
Yeah, I think this one also really cool. I love that they didn't just use Dreamland; they used the Metroid themed Dreamland. Everything about it is really, really cool.
Oh, that was Dreamland. Okay.
Yeah, that was Dreamland. Ridley is wispy in the background, blowing the wind.
Oh, funny. Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, really, really, really cool. I love that. I'm like seeing into Try's brain as he does this shit, dude. It's so sick. It makes me fucking giddy. I'm giving this one also a solid 10.
Okay.
I'm stuck.
You
I
almost-
I think I give this a 9. I really want to give it a 10.
I almost gave it a 9.
It's hard.
No, I think this gets a 10 from me. I'm the item setup, the momentum stuff with the spring. There was the crazy footstool stuff, like everything we've talked about like mechanical difficulty and the creativity and the items and like it's all there.
Okay, well, we are one score away from potentially the perfect score. Marshall,
I'm
what do you
very
think?
torn because I feel like with how Try is going, the next one is I'm actually falling out of my chair in the next one.
The next one's getting like a 15 or something. Yeah, no.
But I do like it more than the other 9s I've given. I just don't know if this is 10. This is where I would love halves.
No, that's kind of where I was at. That's why I was like, I just have to do the 10s because I like it more than the 9s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a stickler. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
Fair.
No, totally fair. There was 2 of us that were wavering between 9 and 10. So
Yeah.
Alright, I got booed.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, you cock-blocking for the 10, but 39 points for Try. Really strong. Really strong round 2 so far. Only going up. Let me pull up the essay for.
No, I'm just watching this. I'm watching this without the essay first.
Yeah, no, just do it without it. And then we'll-
I feel like that time he was slow to jump into the spring.
I love you can hear them talking about like why it didn't go right the first one. What is going on? What are those
It's
bubbles?
just like
They have the
It's
hit.
hitbox.
reset.
Oh, right.
It's right at
The
the
sensor.
I thought it was an item I'd never seen before.
Dude, he's setting it up like a Super Mario 64 like fucking skip. Doing F
Wait.
smashes.
Oh,
What?
Oh, he did the clip. Oh, I love this glitch. Oh, I didn't expect to see that.
I hadn't seen this glitch in years.
Oh my god, I forgot this existed.
Oh, dang.
you guys are saying that you forgot this existed. I don't know what this is.
Slow to jump
Yeah.
into the
This
spring.
happens sometimes in Iron Man's with every Landmaster final smash.
What
I wouldn't be able
happened?
to explain how. It's so sick though.
Okay, so Landmaster kind of glitchy. So this is another one they had to do in an old version. Landmaster got fixed in like 1.06 or something, but before, basically, if you touched the edge of a platform while like holding up and doing the boosters, sometimes it'll bug out and just fly off the top. And because you can have people standing on it, you can drag them on the way.
Wolf
So
will be
that's what-
there for about like a minute and a half, by the way.
Yeah, it's 30 to 60 seconds of
Yeah.
wolf falling.
I love
So
that
that
this
was
is intricate enough that they have to have the hitbox visualization.
Yeah, and I do want to point out, obviously that last ending is insane. This team combo is also nuts.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the team combo itself is super cool, and the timing on the Wolf Landmaster to make sure that hitting the Marth was the true combo as well.
Yeah. This is so good. I love this.
Remember
love
when I talked
I
about
love
how
it
like
pulling out
okay.
these glitches.
Yeah, I love that she and company have the theme of like we're going to use different glitches or weird things that are only possible in one version of PM in each one, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this one I think was also 1.05. They used the same build for both, and I believe the build was compiled by Kobe's.
Mm-hmm.
So shout outs to them as well. But yeah, this combo was Shikaka with Wolf, and then the Spicy Potato with Snake. So that's who was involved with this one, but just phenomenal combo.
mhm.
This is super cool.
Yeah. I talked about giving, or I talked about how like the team's combos like were a little bit like easier on the hands in the previous round. I think this one just completely blows that out of proportion.
This
He's
one's
already
hard.
setting it up like he's trying to do canonless in Super Mario 64. It looks super sick. I'm giving this one a flat 10. It's no contest. That's just sick.
This is incredible.
I'll go. Again, this is one of those would have been a 10 in like everything last time.
Yeah.
I think oh man, this is so hard. I think I'm gonna go with the 9. I was actually debating between 8 and 9, There was some really, really cool stuff. But I just don't think it quite had the wow factor of some of their other things beyond just like a glitch that I was like, I can't comprehend what I'm seeing yet.
Yeah.
I think if the team combo had been like a little bit longer, that would have done it for me. But
Okay.
so good still.
Yeah. I think I am going to give this a 10 because I think this is so much more technically impressive than their first one. Like, their first one is really cool, but a lot of it is like, yeah, they're stuck in, this kind of Entei thing, and then they're stuck in hit stun getting wobbled by solar beams, and it's sick, but it's they're just hitting B for half.
Yeah.
This is so difficult in every part, start to finish. I think I have to give this one a 10. This one is really impressive.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is, even though I ended up giving them the same score. I think this is cooler than the first one that we saw.
Yeah, we needed to be even meaner.
Exactly. That one should have been like a 7, and I would have been like, I don't know, I see this every other day, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Marshall, what you got?
I'm torn because I think the fact that they said, yo, let's take this old version of PM and use this one weird glitch in it, right? That there's a lot of people probably don't even know about it. Turn it into a combo.
Mm-hmm.
After doing a really good team combo that was, was technical, they used the box, and then perfect spacing with the 2F smash setup to the sign, a shine back hit up smash on the wolf, sleeper. I think that's a 10.
Okay.
There's so much going into it with so much dedication, with going and getting an old version of PM.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell over here likes a clip.
As you were giving all of it justification, I was like, all right, so are you giving it like an 8? Like, what's going on?
Okay.
Casually drop a 5.
So Michael, is that
That'd be so funny, actually. Everyone gives it a 10. You're just like, oh, we could do a 4.
Okay, so wait.
Okay, I have all the.
We are dead tied between Try and Shikaka and company right now.
Okay.
Still
75 out of potential 80 points.
What is Comb at?
Comb is at 65, so it'll be very difficult for Comb to bring this back unless the other two kind of drop off, just because they would need to get like he would need to get a 40 and they would need to get like 7s. I
think we screwed Comb over by.
I honestly don't.
I think it's fair because like if Comb's first one had been at the level of the second
I agree with that.
I think it's just that first one is a lot weaker, which is tough.
If the first one was to the quality of the second one, then it'd probably be a 3-way tie. Yeah.
I think even now I'd still give the first one a 6.
Yeah, I stand by spoiling the first one, especially seeing the ones we've had. Okay, so moving into round 3, we are going to go by lowest to highest score. So we're going to start. Comey's going to go second this time. Punk is going to go first, and then we're going to all decide, I guess, who goes first between Try and She, because they're tied.
So wait, which one's first?
Punk.
All right. Ooh, we're seeing the Yoshi.
Oh, sick.
Yoshi, okay.
Dude, I'm eating good today. All my characters are here.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the one that
is this the seizure warning one?
The seizure warning one.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Huff and Bridge of Eld.
Oh, sick. I love this bug.
What just happened? Oh. When did there is a screw attack. Okay, I didn't see the screw attack pick up.
And again, I want to reiterate, this is the toned down version.
What happened?
This is the one that I was like, let's tone it down, and they're like, okay, is this fine? I was like, yeah, this is probably fine. Because Puff was bigger. And so those flashes were...
How do you make this glitch again? Because it's not the Puff final smash thing.
Okay. No, it is. You get Puff her final smash, and then you wait for the goblin or whatever his name is to break the bridge. Then you use Puff's final smash into the bridge, and it makes her very large. And the size of Puff is dependent on how large she is when the bridge reappears.
Okay.
Mhm. But yeah, this is really cool. I think like I think it's a little like jarring when Puff starts jumping in the middle of this combo.
Yeah.
An idea you could argue is that it's just more setup. Like the combo is supposed to start at 17 rather than 0, you know?
Yeah. No, that's the thing. If this was a true thing between the first hit of the soccer ball into the screw attack.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
he used the egg to combo into the goblin first, and then he uses the.
Yep. No, that and the screw attack and everything else is super sick, though.
Okay.
I mean, this has the glitch. It has the setup. It has some cool execution.
I'll give it a 7. I like this one. I don't like it. I thought the last one was really smooth. I might have overscored it a little bit, but I think this one is really good. It shows off the glitch well, and it's still pretty minimalistic, which I like. It's still keeping in theme, kind of them trying to, just show off what they can do.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the brawl glitch to come out, and I really enjoyed that. I was a brawl boy myself. That speaks true to me, and I think it's just a good combo overall. I'm giving it an 8, which might not sound like a lot, but it's also the same score I gave the first combo, which is like I think this is really cool. That's how cool I think it is.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna feel really mean saying this. I think I'm gonna give it a 6. I think the entire thing is really cool. It's just this moment here where Puff is just like not only not in a string, but is like actionable and moving around. I know it's for the setup, but I feel like there's a way that you could have found to make like the entire thing a true combo, or at least an inescapable string, that kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
But as far as like a glitch exhibition and like very cool, I not in 1,000 years would I have thought to combo in this way.
Yeah, and doing that, I mean, even a large Puff, that is a difficult character to combo.
Mm. She's so sad.
It is. Okay, Marshall?
I'm gonna give this a 6. I like the use of the glitch. It's very creative. Glitches in these things, love to see them. And the alley oop is really cool, but the combo itself is just not too crazy. It's just hit him with the ball and then screw attack there.
Yeah,
a shit ton of times.
Yeah.
I think next year when we're even more brutal, because we realize we still have to tone this down even more, then Punk's in trouble. All right. And then we are going to comb.
Yep. Thumbs up next.
Okay, Luigi in a maid outfit.
Hey.
That's not made outfit. That is a hoodie.
Spoilers. Check. Can't see ya.
That's XYK's skin. I think it's like a Kingdom Hearts reference. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I think it
It's
is.
XYK's custom skin.
Okay.
E-boy Luigi, like.
Yeah.
Oh, dance song.
What's the setup? Okay.
Okay, but not quite breaking.
Yeah.
It's close.
So we'll break.
Yeah. We do break that one. Okay.
Is this like referencing Luigi's demon spawn?
What?
Because he has the 666 down there.
Where do you see that?
We reset. So yeah, I think it was just because he thought it was funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The setup is longer than some of the clips.
Yes, it is. Okay, so he threw the bomb up, and you can see it walking around on the top.
Yeah. Yep.
So keep an eye on that.
Empty party bomb?
I don't know what the point of that was, but we'll see.
I'm so confused. We're not going to be able to watch this one like 5 times like all the other ones. I'm definitely going to have to fast forward to it.
Just skip the setup.
Yeah,
feel like-
exactly.
I feel like I'm getting red herringed right now. Like, there's no way he uses everything in the screen in this combo.
He just save stated it. Did he hit this first try?
There's no way.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so badass.
That's sick.
I did not know that Screw Attack interacted with the box in that way.
Yeah, and that was so creative.
I like that. That's sick. Oh, okay.
Wait, where does I cannot figure out where the setup ends there.
Yeah,
It starts off with its quick draw.
Yeah, okay.
It's off with quick thought, where the pitfall puts him through the platform too.
So he drops through plat. Gets the full hit.
Jab.
Wait, he drops through plat and then edge cancels it.
Yep. That's literally, this part is the
really
coolest
cool.
thing for me. I didn't know that screw attack interacted with the box that way.
Yeah.
What's he doing on the ball? Is that down taunt?
Wait, let's see it
On the
again.
ball.
I don't.
On the crate. Because he's coming down with an attack. I think it's down taunt.
Okay, I love the screw attack footstool.
Forward smash.
That.
Yeah, he does down taunt the box. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Good call. Good catch, dude. That shit's
That's
crazy.
so
Yeah, this is really good. See, like, yeah, if Comb's first combo had been up to the level of these last two, we would be looking at a very tight three-way race right now.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Yep.
Which
so the
is
bomb hits the bumper, which
yeah,
dropped
bomb.
it to send the rolling crate.
I
Yeah.
think the party
Mhm.
ball is to set up the positioning a little bit more precisely.
I think so.
Because I thought it.
So
I
the
thought
bomb is
party
actually
ball was
going over
for
to
hit
the
lag,
to the crate right now to pull him along. That's so cool.
and the
Yeah.
bomb blows up onto. The bomb hits the crate because the bumper is on the floor on top. That's
Mhm.
really cool. Damn.
So sick.
The setup is like really cool. The combo, like I think the setup is like close to being cooler than the combo.
Oh, yeah.
But like it's a fucking gnarly screw attack to manipulate that box. That's
It's
something
literally
that,
a minute and a
never
half
comes
long
up.
clip.
I'm doing it a lot. I've dropped 3 in a row. I think I'm going to drop another 10. I
Yeah,
think
no, this one gets a 10 from me.
The 10 from me. Or 10 from me. Yeah.
I can't believe you just gave him a 1.
God damn it. It's mirrored on Discord. I was doing it right the whole time.
See, Jake accidentally gives ones. I give real ones.
But not on this one.
Not on this one though.
Dude, there was so
Don't
many
even-
things that I've just never seen before. The screw attack on the crate, everything off on the side, the setup. Oh my god.
The amount of just setup and precision, just everything
Yeah.
coming together, just it's beautiful.
Mhm.
It looked so cool too. I
Yeah.
look like such a badass doing that shit.
Yeah.
So Marshall, about a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. First perfect score of the day. It took us 3 rounds this time. We waited a little
Yeah.
longer. Okay, so Game of Tails, so we are going to have she go first. So this combo is going to be Shikaka, Jesse, and Mr. Insane Rogue Muffin, Goat AI, and the third Esquire. I'm getting better at that tag. Yeah, so we're gonna have them first, and then we will finish with Try. Because
Okay.
That's what the coin said.
Oh, I'm gonna full screen this before we get some spoilers. The
Yeah.
title was a spoiler.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm glad I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
The title was a spoiler.
Finally, my son.
Okay.
He's here.
What? All right.
Yeah.
This
Canon.
combo took him
No,
2
no.
months, by the way.
Wait.
He's finally
Okay.
in a combo.
Almost like every other time.
Yeah, we're getting close.
I think this is just set up.
Dear.
Yeah, I
This is
think
just
so
setup.
too.
Okay.
But that was an up tilt.
I
How
see what
uptilt
you,
you.
see what you did there.
She.
Breaks the
I make
box.
good joke.
Discord banter. They've been doing this for so long, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the
Okay.
same dance that Tom did.
So there. Yep. So there's the West Dance, which is what the spoiler was. The spoiler was that it had the Lucas
You
taunt.
better not do a Game Grumps reference in the final.
Oh no, they're coming. Boy.
After all the
Oh, no.
controversy.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
God, he's so
Controversy.
dead.
We're not talking about controversy in the comments.
Oh.
I can't tell what noise is you guys popping off and what noise is them popping off for hitting it.
Yeah,
Can-
Leslie, I'm actually going to give you a different one to show now. I want you to show it with hitboxes because I think that's it makes a little more sense.
Well, I want to watch this way one more time.
Okay.
So we
I'm
get
trying to do
that, slides along. What did they hit? Okay.
And then let me also pull up
That
the
regrab is
explanation.
actually so sick.
Mm-hmm. The prep.
Yep, the cape into the next taunt. Did all 3 hit a taunt in that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
All
that.
three
I
of
like
them use
that.
Taunt move. That's so sick. Whoa.
So it's
So I
basically
can
it's kind of
pull this
being
up.
used to see where the pitfalls are because they interact in weird ways with the slants. That's the main thing. You kind of look at the pitfalls and how they fall after landing on slopes.
All right.
The wall collisions. That's also why you might have noticed like Ganon down B acting kind of weird on the right side. It's all because of the slopes.
Yeah.
That's the main kind of weird glitch thing about this one. Yeah, look at Ike for the pitfall. That's what they say.
I can't figure out what Ganon was doing over on the.
So it's like really weird, but that hill isn't quite like coded as a perfect slope. I'm pretty sure.
So getting stuck on the slope with down B.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of dash attacks like get stuck right there too.
To position themselves. Got it. That makes sense.
The pitfall rolled down the pipe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's not coded as a surface, and so it's rolling down until it hits something that it can land on.
Yep.
Where's my golden buzzer?
This is so cool.
This one, like I said, Shikaka, Jeffy, and Insane Rogue Muffin Goat AI. Just so absurdly creative. Like, this one doesn't have a lot to explain, but like I wanted to show what the hitbox is on to show you how intricate and precise this is. You can see that pitfall rolling down the pipe at the end. Like, there's so many moving parts to this one.
Yeah, I want to show the pitfall rolling quick. Should be.
It was before that.
I'd say I didn't back up far enough. Where are we? Here?
Right about there.
I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly drop my 10 before it becomes my responsibility to break this tie, should it need be. That was a fucking fire combo.
Take the 10 and get the fuck out of here.
Crazy, yeah.
No, I think if we are saying the evolution of Shikaka and company crazy team glitch combos, yeah, this is a 10 for me.
I will say, I think I thought their last combo was cooler. Like slightly, they're both 10s. They're both fire.
They're both 10s. I think like this one has more moving parts, but the last one is so precise. I think I gave them both 10s, but I think
I am glad that you. I think I still would have given it a 10. I'm glad you said to show it with hitboxes because I appreciated it that much more at that point.
Yeah, and shout outs to Shikaka for not only submitting and putting stuff together for this contest with his homies, but also writing me like literally there were 5 Discord messages.
It was like essays on how it works.
Explaining how they work and providing me like credits for each clip and all of that. So a ton of work went into this, and huge shout outs.
I love She, dude. They're fucking phenomenal.
And then we are gonna end with Try. I see 2 Ivies. One of them has Beam.
I need like a summoning salt video on that last combo.
Yeah. If this gets a perfect score, do they split?
Chat vote.
Chat vote? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay, let's watch.
The inverse of last time.
Yeah. And then if chat ties, then they split.
Okay, I'm still waiting to see when the second Lucario comes into play. Oh, that's where it does.
Oh, okay.
That is Ivysaur, by the way.
That was Ivy. Yeah.
That is Ivy.
I am so tired. Yeah, no, that is. You're right. That is Ivysaur.
Common misconception.
It's Lucario colored. It's the same color.
Yeah, it is the same color. Got to keep the theme pattern. I'm going to be honest. I think this is really, really good. I think I like it less than Try's last one.
I agree with you on that, actually.
There's less setup going on. You've got the Ivy down there and you've got the Pitfall, and it's a really damn good Lucario combo.
Mm-hmm.
It's really impressive, but I think it is more straightforward and kind of there's less moving pieces involved than Try's first 2. Still really good. I want to reiterate that.
Yeah.
But, I think this one.
I think this is the most
it doesn't matter because if I give it less than a 10, I do it basically. But
I think this is the most difficult combo maybe not like setup, but difficult to execute combo.
Yeah, I think this is very difficult, and I do want to point out this is a direct callback to Try's third one last time, where he comboed 2 characters. I think it was Link back to back on Hyrule, and that was crazy impressive. And this is again still really impressive. Just the bar has risen so much.
I think
I also think if I see 2 characters, I just immediately am assuming it's going to be some crazy team combo and not just the final death now.
Yeah, I do like the solar beam there. Shout out to one of the changes I pushed for in P+, which is having solar beam not have a range limit. But it's still really, really good. But yeah, I think I would give this like an 8 or a 9 probably.
Okay, so I could go first with the official score. You said that you liked it more than the prior one, and I'm inclined to agree. As to whether or not it's like below a 10, which is like what really matters here. I think that while this is like a really technical combo and it's really cool, and it's like being done in a cool way that's only able to be done on Temple, I do think that it pales to comparison in some of the other ones that are done in this very round.
Yeah.
Like, I think that there's just not enough going on.
If Tri started with this one, I think it would have been better received. I think the first 2 just set such a high bar for his combos, and then this being the third one.
I think this should have been the first one, and the like Spring Momentum one against Samus should have been the third one.
Yeah, like make it first and then push the other 2 further, basically. Yeah.
Honestly, though, super sick combo. I don't even think the Ivysaur at the end was necessary to get the 9 that I'm about to give it. I think it would have, if it finished with that up smash, it would have been just as cool. Got that 9 for me. I just think that wasn't quite on the level of the previous one that they did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like this one the least out of Tri's combos. It didn't utilize all of the options you have with training mode. It used a pitfall and then another character to solar beam. And this is so technically demanding because of how many tight inputs there are. So I'm still giving it an 8. I just don't think it's up to the crazy combo contest training mode standard that Tri already set for himself.
I agree. Yeah.
Yep. No, I was going to give it an 8 for the same reason. So I wanted to see either more with the IV or more with the items at that point.
Okay, so just to quickly recap, congratulations to the combined efforts of, let me make sure I'm getting all the names in here. Chikaka 3, Jesse, Mr. Insane Rogue Muffin Goat AI, the third Esquire, The Spicy Potato, and then with support from Eon and Kirby's for making the build, and then RNG manipulation codes. That is 6 people who went into this competition. And well deserved first place. They worked really stuff. So they got second last time. They came back with a vengeance today. Even with the higher bar, their lowest scored combo was a 36.
Only missing 4 points.
Yeah, just insane stuff. They nailed it. So huge congratulations to them. Tri getting second. The combos were nuts. Calm came back, put up the first perfect score with 40, and scored 105 points. Only 4 behind Tri, despite the slow start. And then Punk, again keeping it pretty competitive with a minimalistic approach. You ended up with 72. Thank you. I'll just, echo that. Thank you so much to everyone who participated, made it hype. Shared the word about this. This is something that I wanted to do for a really long time, and the first one was really good. I'm glad that I was able to change up the format and make it even better this time, and I look forward to seeing what you guys are going to do for the third one. But
yeah,
this is something that I look forward to a lot. It's kind of showing off what I love about PM, and the reason we're all still here is the fact that we love this game so much. So showing off the more unique aspects that aren't the same things we see every day is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.